everyone, we are back with the next mystery soap. I hope you guys have been enjoying these videos. Just a quick reminder, this is the mystery soap series. You can win a gift card to my Etsy shop if you guess correctly the theme of this soap collection. The first person to guess correctly will win. You can guess as many times as you'd like. I only ask that you leave them in separate comments, as well as like this video and be a subscriber of mine. So we've already had a couple guesses come in, but you guys, there's always opportunity for more, and as each soap is revealed, hopefully it will lead you closer and closer to what the soap theme is. So without further ado, let's continue with the next mystery soap. So before we get started, I do want to point out some of the things we're going to be using today. So of course I have my lye water solution here. I have already added my sodium lactate to it, and I have my base oils here. I have also pre-split off a little bit of the base oils to do my colorants here. So the first color I have here is this kind of like dark ochre kind of gold color here, and then I have a little bit of a brighter shimmery yellow gold. I'm going to go ahead and combine our lye water solution with our base oils. And I do want to mention I have not added my fragrance oil to my oils yet. I'm going to do that at the very end. That way I have plenty of time to mix up all of my colorants without it going accelerating too quickly. We are going to mix this to emulsion. Right, I'm gonna leave it a little bit undermixed because I do want to mix it further with my colorants. All right, and now I'm going to pour off my individual colors. So I'm just going to eyeball these. I want to kind of get about equal thirds, but if I have a little bit extra, I'd rather it be in the uncolored portion of the soap. So I'm just gonna quickly eyeball this. Okay, I am happy with that, and I'm going to mix these colors together. I'm just going to hand mix them for now, just to kind of get those colors thoroughly incorporated. And I do think I actually want to put just a tiny bit of the darker ochre color into my main batch, just to kind of give this a tiny bit of coloring to it. And on second thought, I do think I want to do just a tiny bit of titanium dioxide into my main color, because I do want these to be a little bit more distinct from each other. Right, and I do want to give these just a quick mix with the stick blender. All right, and now I'm going to be adding my fragrance oil to each of the batters. And I am just going to incorporate the fragrance oil by hand and just mix these up so that we don't further accelerate these. I have not tested this fragrance combo before, and you never know what could happen, so I just kind of want to play it on the safe side and not over blend these. They do seem to be behaving quite nicely though, so that is always a good sign. All right, and I do want to give these just a minute or two to thicken up a bit, because I do want to do an in the pot swirl with these, and if I pour them too thin, the colors will muddy together and there won't be a nice, beautiful, distinct color of the three. So I do want to give that just a minute. I have to say, this soap smells so good. One of those scents that is good any time of the year. Okay, so I am ready to pour these into my large pitcher here, and I want to make sure I get every last bit of the soap in here. I'm not going to be saving it on top, so I'm going to put about half of it in the back, and then we're going to do half of it in the front. Like I said, I want to scrape every last bit of this soap out of here because we are not going to be coming back to it. All right, and then I'm going to take my darker color here, and we're going to focus that in the opposite two corners that we put the lighter color in. So I'm going to focus that over here, about half of it there, and over here. And again, I'm going to scrape every last bit of this color out. All right, you can see how that color is sitting nicely on top. It's not just mixing all the colors together, so I do like that. And I want to do a little bit of a spin on this just to kind of get some of the colors in there, just to mix ever so slightly. I don't want to take a spatula to it or anything because I don't want to mix the colors too much. So now we're just gonna go ahead and do a simple pour into the mold here. I am gonna kind of go back and forth several times just to get more of those colors all mixed around in the bar itself. All right, and again, we're gonna scrape out every last bit of this and get it into the mold here. All right, I'm just gonna give this a quick little tap. Just want all of that to settle. We're gonna set this aside now, and I'm gonna get started on mixing up the soap frosting. All right, I have my soap frosting here and ready to go. I just went with a light, yellowy, buttery kind of color. So we are just going to go ahead and pipe the top of this soap. All right, and next I'm going to do a dusting of a glitter. This is the Brass Glitter Microfine from TKB Trading. So I'm just gonna pour a little bit of that out onto my coffee filter. And with my large makeup brush, we're just gonna do a very light dusting of the glitter. I don't want to go crazy with the glitter, but I do think a little bit will kind of give this soap a little more interest. All right, and that is all of the glitter. Now we're gonna go ahead and do the embeds on the top of the bar. And for the embeds here, which I feel like are just absolutely perfect for this soap theme, so we're gonna go ahead and add one to the top of every bar. I'm gonna push them down just a little bit so that they are very snug. Okay guys, so I was done with the soap, but the more I looked at it, the more I thought I just wanted to add something more to the soap, but I have to work quick, and I'm actually still making them right now. So I gotta get these on quick before my soap batter completely sets. So I'm just going to do 2 on each side, and luckily this fragrance oil has given me a good amount of time to work with. The batter itself, it has not completely set up. It's probably been about 10-15 minutes since I finished piping, so I got really lucky this time, you guys. Some batter set up really quickly and there's absolutely no fudging around it, but luckily I got super lucky this time, and this is looking so good. This is exactly what I was wanting. I'm so glad that I decided I wanted to add these two here, because sometimes you can design a soap, but until you start to actually see it, the vision really starts to come together, and I think that this is definitely the right idea, and I'm so glad that I did this. So I about have all of them for this one side almost, and the other part is I only have 4 molds of this. I can only make 4 at a time, so I'm trying to expedite this. I need 12 more. I'm going to finish those up, place them, and show you guys the finished soap. Okay, you guys, so I did finish making all 20 and gold dusting them. I have to say, if this frosting was not so well behaved, there's no way I would have pulled that off at all. Like, everything lining up in my favor to make this happen. We're gonna let this set for a couple days. We're gonna come back and cut it open and see what the inside looks like. Alright guys, we are back and ready to cut this loaf into bars. I have to say, this soap, even letting it set for several days, probably about 3 or 4 days, the fragrance oil for the soap made this still super soft, so I unmolded it after about 4 days, and then I let it set for about 6 hours to kind of further harden up just outside of the mold. Alright, so I have my soap cutter here. We're gonna go ahead and carefully place this on its side. Did have a tiny bit of a mishap with the soft soap when I was unmolding it, but luckily I will be carefully slicing off just these little end pieces, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. All right, we're gonna go ahead and make our first cut. Like I said, the soap is still super soft, so just wanna be very careful with how I slice it. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this bar. And this is what the inside design of it looks like. I really love the color definition. I can tell a difference between all three of the colors I used, so I'm really glad with how that turned out, because sometimes my colors aren't as vibrant and as distinct as I would like, but this was pretty perfect for what I wanted. I can definitely tell the soap is still super soft. I probably could have let it set for another 24 hours just out of the mold just to harden up a little bit more, but I'm a little impatient and I'm ready to cut these open and see what they look like, so I just can't wait any longer. Alright guys, so definitely leave your comments below if you have any ideas at what this soap design is representing. You can guess as many times as you'd like. Leave your guesses in the comments, and the first one to guess correctly will win a prize of a $25 gift card to my Etsy soap shop, where you can pick out any soaps you'd like. Alright, and here is the hint for this mystery soap. Alright guys, don't forget to leave your comments below. You can guess as many times as you'd like, just leave them in separate comments, and that is it for this mystery soap. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, link is below, and until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.